So today we're going to be painting this guy. Let me just post that we're live on the Discord, and then we'll get started. There it is. Share. Copy. All right. And then let's just pull up our chat real quick. Not that anyone's here yet. And then make sure I'm muted on there. All right. So today we're going to be painting this lizard guy. He's a part of he's a mount for my D&D character, and so we're just gonna be painting him up, basically slap chop, where I dry brush and then I use speed paint, and then we just kind of finish the difference with opaque paints. So yeah, we'll just do that together. Let me know what you guys are doing, because I would assume if you're watching someone else paint, you're painting too. If not, that's always good. But yeah, I think it's good to hang out and do things together. So let me know what you're doing or what you should be doing. All right. I'm using Army Painter Air white. This is my favorite white. Just because it's super creamy. It doesn't have any like bits in it. It's not chalky. So we're just gonna start this off with a good dry brush. This is an Army Painter dry brush too. I just got this a while ago, and it's actually really great. So we'll just kind of start them off. For the color scheme, I saw a picture of like, I think they called it a devil's skink or something. So we're gonna kind of go with that. I've looked at a couple pictures, but I think I'm just gonna do it from memory. And I mean, animal prints are only so different, so I don't feel bad with taking liberties on that. So, but everyone else kind of went with their own inspiration for an actual animal. Like someone, I think it's an iris praying mantis. They're doing that pink and white praying mantis for one of these. So we're all just kind of taking inspiration from, kind of like reinforce the themes of our own characters with these guys. So, wow, that was really white. I don't know if I like that, but whatever. I plan on streaming for 2 hours. The kids are anxious and want to get out of the house, so I'm going to take them to the park later. When I mean the kids, I mean just my daughter. My son could stay inside and play video games all day. All right. Well, that's really white, but that's all right. Wow, this is, oh, no wonder. All right. I'm not really great at cleaning these brushes yet, but this is only the first paint I'm using today, so I don't feel bad about getting this out with water. Where's my shop? All right, so now we can kind of start with speed paints. Speed Paint's the brand, not necessarily speed painting, although I will be doing that too. The brushes I use are just from, what is it called? Five Below. So they're nothing special. I don't think they have to be anything special. So, yeah, wow, that dry brush sucks. Oh well. Let's get my speed paints because they will do all the hard work. That's orange. Why not? Okay, so I'm gonna grab this guy and see. Let's grab this one. I'm gonna grab an opaque color too to kind of unify the whole thing. No. Oh, where's my gray? Oh, it's over here. I'm gonna grab this and let's do a blue for that opaque color. All right, so Army Painter's paint is really great when you mix in an opaque color. The opaque color will stay on top, and the Army Painter paint will still pool into the recesses relatively well. So that's what we're going to be doing. And then when we want to reinforce that color, we can just overbrush some of that detail, and then it will just feather in automatically, which is always a bonus. So yeah. Let's see. I think that's what it was, right? Oh well. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a red, orange. Let's add some purple to this orange. See what that does as far as color. But the reference image I looked at, I'm just gonna be using just like my memory. because I don't think it's all that important. But Army Painter paints, the speed paints are really great for mixing. So we're just going to kind of mix some colors together and see how they turn up. So it's like 2 drops of orange, purple, and then 1 drop of gray. The gray should just kind of mute it a little so that's not so cartoony. And yeah, so let's see how that turns out. We'll just paint the underbelly. When you do animals, as far as painting them, you kind of want to remember that they're organic, especially their patterns. So stippling is your friend, and having everything exact and symmetrical doesn't make much sense. So don't feel bad if you mess something up. It's just kind of the way animals are. So all right, so let's do this giant tail. I'm gonna add a little more red instead of orange, just to kind of reinforce the color a little bit. So that's 2 more drops of orange. Yeah, that's a much more crimson look, which I am very happy with. So 2 drops of orange, 2 drops of purple, and then 1 drop of gray give us this really rich, like crimson color. So I'll have to keep that in my back pocket because that looks awesome. Great. Okay, we'll just stipple this in. It probably won't be seen in these black parts, but let's kind of put it in there anyway. This model is actually baseless. It stands up pretty good by itself. So I just have it squished into blue stuff. Not blue stuff, blue tack. Everything has their names are too similar. All right, so I got some red right here on the calf. I'm going to show you something amazing about speed paints real quick. We're just going to wick that off. All right. That looks great. So my D&D character is from a swamp, and he's pretty like black magic-y. So I'm gonna kind of go for a this sculpt looks so much like How to Train Your Dragon. I kind of want to try and stay away from that. So let's do a brown, a dark brown. Hardened leather. Speed paint is really good for that. And that will be my base coat, so I think let's start with that. So we're gonna do hardened leather. And I'm gonna add some purple. 2 hardened leathers, 1 purple. And that will be the top skin. All right, so I'll just paint this everywhere. Hey, how you doing? I got this print for my DM last week. This is gonna be our mount for the campaign. Of course, I put it off to the last second, so I'm gonna be speed painting this one today. I went to see the D&D movie last night with the group, and it was really great. There were a lot of really funny parts, and there's going to be a lot of things I think D&D groups are going to be using from the movie. So I think it was really good. I need a brush with a tip for that part. There it is. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. Same old. Nothing crazy, which is also pretty good. Oh, yeah. That's cool. I need more paint. So I'm doing 2 drops of hardened leather with 1 drop of purple to get this like darker leather color. And it's turning out pretty good. I did this crimson color with 2 drops of red, 1 drop of gray, and 2 drops of purple. And I really like that crimson color. That's really sweet. Um, these sculpts have a lot of personality. I don't think I'm going to be doing it justice. All right. Do you play D&D weekly? Because our group has been playing weekly for like 4 years. Dang, it's already been 4 years. That's crazy. Right, I just need to make a huge pool of this color. Right. I'll do like 3 drops of purple for that. Right, let's start with that. Whoa, that's weird. Yeah, that's crazy. Um, yeah, that's weird. We live near Camp Pendleton. Well, it's not near so much, but like it's over the mountain in California, and we get that type of noise every once in a while, but it's been a while, and I never get used to that. All right. Well, that looks good. We're all done here. I hope you guys have a great week. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I need to reestablish the white in this eye. Um, it's okay if it bleeds a little. I'm just gonna use this Army Painter Air white because I like it so much. So let's do it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, luckily like I found my group right before, just a couple months before Corona, and and we never really stopped playing, luckily, unless there was like someone actually got it. Um, so all right, that looks fine. All right, let's try to get that white a little better. And then I've got on the strap here. This strap is probably going to be brown anyway, so I'm not going to be too picky, but oh, what a great camera angle. I was just thinking, man, I just set this up to be such a great camera angle, and you're not seeing any of it. All right. Yeah, that looks good. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I worked an embarrassingly amount of time. Make sure I got a good camera angle, and it did not pan out. All right. Hopefully it's corrected now, and we can continue. But ah. All right. Let's make the back side of this head a little darker, and then make the back side of his back and legs a little darker too, just to kind of accentuate the shape here. I plan on streaming until like 2:30 or so. So or until I have two technical issues and then I rage quit. So we'll see. Hopefully 2:30 comes first. Hopefully today is better than yesterday. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so the model has a ton of different spots on this tail. I'm gonna make those spots yellow. Yeah. The only other animal I've ever painted are spiders, weirdly, and I guess monsters count, sort of. So this is like the animal I painted, and I painted all these guys, the little ones. So I'm gonna try and do something similar to this because I like it. So that's kind of the background that I have as far as painting animals goes. So it's not all that experience. So I'm not expecting to revolutionize. I'm not expecting to revolutionize how things are painted as far as animals go, but we shall see. I'm gonna paint a little bit of yellow with orange speed paint mixed in so that it's kind of blending in together. Yeah, computers are not fun. All right, so animals kind of like have dividing stripes that will kind of go along limbs. So I'm just gonna do that and see how that looks. Let's start that kind of at the top of the ear and work its way down. This is Army Painter yellow, air yellow, and Zealot. No, it's the orange speed paint mixed together. So it should feather itself out relatively well. And then as far as painting animals go, stippling will probably be your friend. It depends on the animal, but we're going to be kind of pretending that scales are making up these colors. So that's where this is coming from. I'm pretending these are scales. All right, so right here between the abdomen, and then it should go up the leg here, and then kind of go down here. And then right up the tail. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we can reinforce that color later. Jeez, maybe I need to wipe off the lens. All right. Let's kind of stipple this up here in some spots, and then make the toes yellow too. Yeah, that's looking good. All right. For not having much of a plan, I think this is turning out great so far. So let's add some yellow spots up here. And we're just kind of figuring this guy out as we go. All right. Jeez Louise, why is this not focusing? There it is. Yeah, that's turning out great. If you just only use speed paint or you only used an opaque color, I don't think the shading would come across as well. So that's kind of where you get the happy medium of using both. And I like using Army Painter speed paint because of the opacity. It's so like consistent. And it doesn't have like chunks in it. So I'm sort of seeing some bumps here. So I'm just going to paint a couple of those. Yeah, that's turning out great. Oh, what is the critter? Okay, I'm sorry. I misread that comment. This is a, it's supposed to be like a giant, what is it called? Salamander. And you might be gone now because I didn't respond to that. I just misread it because I'm focusing on painting. Yeah. So yeah, this is a giant like reptile. The D&D campaign is set in like a prehistoric world. And so there's a lot of like we're all lizard people. We had the choice of picking any race and like putting a lizard spin on it. So I picked a Hexblood, and he's like a crocodile folk character. Yeah, it is with yours. I don't really know. I think it's like it's kind of like how you're trained your dragon. How do you train your dragon type thing, I think. Um so yeah, it's got ears, and I'm not exactly sure why. I think it's just supposed to give it personality. But the DM picked it, so he's right. He's always right. All right. So that's how he's looking now. Yeah. Let's give him a yellow eyebrow. Um, yeah. I didn't pick this sculpt, so it's a little different than I would normally paint. But um, I do think it's good to kind of experiment with things. So I've never done anything like this, so it's kind of refreshing. Like I don't have to like overanalyze things right now, which is kind of nice. Right, it totally is. Yeah, yeah. I have a couple of those in my bits drawer for like terrain building, and every time I look at those bats with ears on them, I'm like, what the frick? All right, that's turning out pretty good. Um, I don't. I kind of just made up this color scheme, but it does really work. I don't know why. Maybe it's just I'm desperate to make something work in my head, but I'm liking it. Okay, we'll have these meet in the middle. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So the backstory for this world, obviously this isn't his sculpt or whatever, but the backstory for this world is it's been sealed off from like civilized civilization, and like dinosaurs have lived on and stuff like that, and evolved into like lizard people and stuff like that. So Yeah. So I think that's kind of like, it's supposed to be like a separate branch. Obviously, salamanders never got this large. Maybe it requires ears to be better listeners. I don't know. Where'd that speed paint go? Orange. Yeah, I think I used orange. Ah, it might be better to just wipe it with my finger. Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, that's working better. All right. See these bottom ones. I have to say, I got these handles kind of as a whim from, well, they're not handles, they're just wooden blocks from Hobby Lobby that have been like wood turned. And man, that, it like, having that extra like grip helps out so much. I have my own like paint handle that I made here. And I just blue tacked whatever I was painting here. But it's like kind of like too long, I think. But before I'd even painted a model, I made this, and I think it's great. It's just, this is a table leg that I sawed off, and then I have a 3D pen, and I made like a hex base with that fit one of my models, and this thing I got 5 of them for like $4, and this thing is really great. I'm sorry if I offended by picking Hobby Lobby or whatever, but yeah, I think this was a good deal. So when I was painting my spider goblins, having 4 of these, like I've only ever had one handle because I only paint one model at a time, usually, and that was really great to just have something that I can pick up. Yeah, the 3D pen is something I've always really enjoyed. My first ever terrain I made was like a bridge that I made with the 3D pen. Um, and I think that thing is really great. It looks way different than most things that I see that are made with like for D&D or whatever. But um, I think it's a really cool like medium that not many people use. So it's a lot easier than 3D printing. Oh wow. Yeah, yeah, because you're Central, right? Central America, not Central America, but Central United States. uh, yeah, didn't they just have like a couple tornadoes near that area? All right. Okay, let's bring some of these dots up, and then we'll see how this dries. I'm gonna move on to the pack because I don't know, like this thing was a lot easier to paint than I thought. I might be done early. Let's do some of these dots here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I saw on my Google thing, Google News. I don't have TV or anything. Um, that it went through like 5 states. That one of the tornadoes. So that's like a fifth of that's a lot of states. But maybe it's just on the border of a couple. That's not a dot. Did you watch the D&D movie yet? Because I watched that last night and it was a lot of it was really fun. I like that. I like that movie a lot. Actually, I don't think I've gone to the movie theater till since COVID. That was the first movie I've seen, um, and I'm really glad I went. It was a lot. It was really cool. I might have already said this, so feel free to stop me if I talk about the same thing too much. All right. Um, he has some pectorals here that I think could use some shading. So let's get this pure red, mix it with, let's do some leather speed paint to give it some brown undertones. And then I'll just kind of reinforce this. I don't know what you said. I'm so sorry. I might live in California, but I don't. I took a Spanish class for about a week, and I was like, this teacher sucks. So I don't know. I could Google Translate, but you're not here for that. You're here for me painting, I would assume. Feel free to correct me though. If you'd rather see me Google Translate, that's all. I'll do it. That sounds like much easier to do live. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I took sign language in high school. That was my language curriculum. Um, and I would say that I use that way more than I would ever use Spanish. So I've worked with some Spanish speaking people, and I just from what I know of Spanish, like I'm kind of glad I'm unaware of what they're saying about me. Ignorance is bliss. So yeah. All right. Let's move over to the pack because this guy's looking great. And I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it. All right, so I'm gonna do some base coat and opaque paints and then wash it with some speed paint. Um, that's something I've always wanted to try, so we're gonna do it. Oh, this needs to be drier. Oh, did I not shake this enough, maybe? All right, let's. My hand is still in the way. Why aren't you telling me, man? That's leather. Most of this is leather. All right. That's leather too. This bedroll is green. Now it is, at least. Yeah. Yeah, I got this super fancy paintbrush from Five Below, and a pack of 40. It is kind of special. But these brushes, like I used to get them from the dollar store, paintbrushes, because I just ruin them anyway. I don't know how to take care of them. As soon as I finish painting something, my monkey brain, ADD brain, just says to itself, "You're done. You don't have to do anything." And so I don't. And then all my paintbrushes ruin, and I can just throw them away and not feel bad. So murdered many of paintbrush. Yeah. Yeah, Five Below is great. I would say I still prefer going to the dollar store than Five Below, but just for the variety of things. But overall, I ain't mad at it. You know, let's use some red and some red speed paint for this lower blanket. Should probably clean off that brush though. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do that too. I even paint with them sometimes. I'm not against using a bad brush. Even like base coating, whoa, can't talk. Base coating, like you don't really need a great brush for that. So I typically don't need to use one. All right. So I know this isn't like amazing by any means, but I think after I leather, just a straight leather speed paint over all that, I think that'll look good. All right. So let's use some yellow to kind of add a highlight to all these yellow spots. Now that they've dried, they've kind of desaturated. Don't mess up. Don't mess up. Don't mess up. You know, I didn't know how I would paint this guy when I started, but he is turning out really cool. It's kind of refreshing to paint something that's really different. Oh, I gotta do this guy's eyes. They're so huge, I gotta do them. All right. Do I do it live on stream? That's nerve-wracking. I've never painted an eye in my life. I've never needed to till this moment. I'll just practice my dots with this, and then we'll see. By the end of it, I should be much better at putting dots down. You haven't been to the Dollar Tree since yesterday? Dude, the self-control. We went to the movies yesterday, and it took everything in me not to go to the dollar store. Like, my wife was like, let's just go to Target. It's right next to the movie theater. And how does the dollar store have better selection of candy than Target? How does that happen? Like, you can get my favorite candy is gummy worms. You can get like 4 different types of gummy worms. They only had 2 at Target. Like, the nerve of these people. I wanted to get the llama flavor because they're the best. They're like tropical. They don't have it. My standards are not that high, guys. Come on. Step up your game. Yeah, that's turning out great. Oh my gosh. I'm like a real painter now. I'm painting individual scales, Mom. Look at me. I'm doing it. Yeah, it probably would have round. I think most people would expect like a snake like iris. So that's kind of like that's the conundrum, isn't it? Do I do it how it should be or how everyone expects it? Because I know I'm gonna get Instagram comments. But comments are good for the algorithm. So maybe I do it round on purpose to make everyone mad. And I win the internet. Man, that's looking good. I know, right? The nerve. Like the trolley brand, uh, like at the Dollar Tree. It might just be in California, but they have uh, gummy llamas, and they're tropical flavored. So they're so much better than regular gummy worms. And that's all I want in life. I just want my gummy llamas and watch my D&D movie. Come on, guys. I need to plug in my phone before I have another technical issue. It sounded like on the Discord more people would be coming to like watch, but I guess not. Yeah, he's blind. He just used tremor sense. That's why he's got ears. We've solved it. All right, let's use hardened leather and I'm going to do the thing no one expects. I'm not going to mix this color with anything. And we'll see how this looks. So, are you What are you doing today as far as the hobby goes? Or are you just here to hang out? That is a valid response. So it is a hobby slash hangout after all. Man, I'm really happy with this guy. I think we're gonna end it early pretty soon because this thing is coming together really well. After I do the eyes, I gotta do the eyes. Don't forget. You might have already said, but I forgot. I think here let's go for the community ask. Like, what do you think the color of these eyes should be? Because I think this is big enough to do an iris. Yeah. YouTube University. That's a great way of doing it. Yeah. Um, hmm. Hey. Yeah, we're getting along real well here. I'm looking at it through the camera and I'm thinking this needs a little more yellow right here. Oh no, that's the strap. Okay, it needs more yellow here to differentiate from the strap. Yeah. You know, this side of the tail needs more highlights. Yeah, that's cool. Um, yeah, so I was just saying, I think I'm gonna do my first eyes on this guy. So, if you have any suggestions for like what color eyes this guy should have, let me know and I'm gonna use it. So, yeah. This is turning out really cool. I did not I wasn't actually like completely sold on actually painting this guy. Oh, that paint's way dry, huh? Yeah. But he looks a lot of fun. Let's see. I guess we have 40 minutes left of the stream. What should his eyes be painted? Yeah. Yeah, he's like a pack mule of sorts. I got this print from my DM, and he said we got to paint him, and we can paint him however we like. So, um, I went with like a dark tone. It is a really nice model. Like he printed it on like with clear resin, so it was really hard to see all the details. And now that I can see them all, it's much. I like it a lot. So, all right, I'm gonna pick a color at random for the iris or the eyes. If you guys don't pick one for me. Emerald. Yeah, I like it. So now should I do the whole eye green and then just do the slit? Uh, or should I do a round one? A round iris. I think a snake like little line type eye would be better. So I think that's what I'll do. Painting the eye. Come on, Aaron. I can't pay attention. My phone is getting warm, so hopefully it has enough charge. If this stream goes down today, because we're so far into it, I might not come back. That might be the end of it. So hopefully, that doesn't happen because I don't want to deal with it today. All right, I'm gonna do one more dot. Yeah, that looks good. All right. I'm gonna take the phone case off. All right. Yeah, let's get some yellow and just do the highlight while this speed paint's still drying. Hey, that turned out good. Okay. It's easier on this side to see. Focus. Whatever. All right. Let's do the iris here. I'll use some matte black, and then we'll get out of here. Come on, focus. All right. Okay. Okay, I'll stipple in the rest of the eye. It's kind of hard to see where my tip is right now. Oh. Can't see that. All right. Here. Yeah. Oh, they look derpy head on, but I guess that's how a real animal would be. Anyway. um, let's use some Army Painter gray. Let's do purple. Let's make it. Oh, I have some brown, dark brown here. Let's make the mouth a little more visible. I'm really using the coffee jitter to my advantage here. All right. Oh, another great camera angle. I was just making the smile a little more yellow on the top to like unify the face a little better. Yeah. I have the camera right in my face too, and I could look at it. Yeah, I could differentiate these a little more. Yeah, my hand's in more focus than. All right, there it is. Thanks for the tip. It focuses on my hand and not anything else. That's always good to know. Yeah, that's looking really good. Stay in focus. No, you kidding? Come on, man. This thing hates me. All right, let's do it this way, maybe. Okay. Which one's my white? Oh, come on. It went out of focus right when I looked away from the camera. Come on, how's this fair? Come on. Oh, there it is. Is that the sweet spot? Nope. Right when I looked away again. I'm gonna post an Instagram short of this right after, so that you guys can get a better look at it. And I'll post it on the Discord and Instagram too. That's always annoying. Yeah. So I think we're gonna end it here, because this painted up a lot faster than I expected. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Sorry for blocking the camera. But I watched Maniac's live stream. He does it too, so I don't feel that bad. Even the professionals do it. So yeah, that looks really good. Stay in focus. Yeah, that looks great. I added a little more shadow in between the packs. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, I'll be on the Discord. That link is in the description for the people who are watching the VOD. And free templates on Patreon without subscriptions. And I appreciate those who watch live. And I mean, yeah, it's always fun to hang out and bring the hobby people together. So, yeah, I really appreciate it. So, yeah, look for the YouTube short, and I'm sure most people will see that before this. So, all right, have a good one. Bye.